Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build video. This video is extra special because I am playing with the brand new Sims 4 for rent expansion pack. So thank you so much to the EA Creator Network for providing me with this early access. So first things first, I just want to mention I am sick, so please excuse my voice and my possible sniffles. I was sick 2 weeks ago, like right before I left for Hawaii, and then as soon as I got back, I got sick again. So that's why this video is a little bit late in going up. It should have been, early before the pack launched, but it looks like this video will be going out either on pack launch day or the day after. So my apologies for the late video. I don't know why I've been getting sick so often, like 2 times in 1 month is crazy for me because I don't really get sick, mainly because I barely leave the house, and I don't know, I'm just like a healthy person, at least I think I am. So here you can see I am going to be building a duplex with the new for rent expansion pack. So you might be wondering why I'm building in Willow Creek for starters. Now, the kind of issue is my early access didn't work. I didn't have access to the new world of Tomarang, which is the new world that comes with the pack. So I was kind of bummed, and I was kind of like, oh, well, there's no point to, use this new pack or use the early access if I don't have access to the new world. But then I figured, well, no, I still have access to all of the new build items and the furniture items, and I still have access to the new features like the multi-lot, rental lot feature. So I figured I would build something that is, maybe a little bit more generic and something that could fit into your other worlds like Willow Creek or any other kind of neighborhoodly world or something like that. Because I guess the idea is when you have rental units and rental apartments or townhomes or whatever it is, that's not a feature that's going to be locked to Tomarang or the new world. That's a feature that will be usable in any world in all of your other expansion packs and game packs. So that's really exciting. That's probably the biggest selling feature of this expansion pack. Usually I am most excited for the new world when it comes to expansion packs, but in this case, I'm actually most excited for the gameplay features or the build features in this case, because as you guys know, we have been wanting townhouses for, I want to say years, like ever since Dream Home Decorator, when we got sectional couches. Like that was the big win in my books. But since then, the only other thing that I've really been wanting, more than spiral staircases, more than drivable cars, it's been townhouses and just multi-functional lots in general. Now, obviously, we can't have like a coffee shop and a residential unit on the same lot, but we can now have multiple Sims or multiple families or multiple households live on the same lot. So it will function very similar to how the city living apartments work. So you can divide up different rooms and assign it to whichever unit you want it to be assigned to. And then when you want to move into the house, it will kind of be exactly like city living, where you choose which unit you want to live in. It will say what the rent is, and then you can move in, and then somebody else can occupy the other empty rooms or other half of the home or other townhouses that are on the lot. So that is just such a cool feature. It just brings so much more depth and realism to your gameplay. It also just makes builds so much more functional. Like you can even go as far as to like renting out your basement and making that a unit, or renting out your garage and making that a unit. In this case, I'm building a duplex, but you can make a townhome. You can make a village of, trailer parks. You can full on build a apartment complex and then rent out every single individual room. What I really love is you can also set common spaces that are shared spaces. So while you can charge rent to each individual room, you can have the kitchen, for example, be shared. So it's just exactly what we've been asking for so long. And as a builder, it's really exciting because oftentimes as builders, we make townhomes or we make little apartment complexes, but we know deep down it's not going to be functional and that your Sims can only occupy one portion of that lot and no one's going to live in the ones next to it, you know? But now you can actually have Sims live next to you. So I'm just so happy. It just gives me so much more purpose as a builder, especially with those really big lots. We can now occupy them with a bunch of different units. So really excited for all of you guys who love gameplay. And I'm very excited for the building community as well. But as you can see here, I wanted to build a duplex in particular. Now you might be thinking this duplex looks like a normal home, and yes, that's exactly what I was going for. So I wanted to build a duplex because I personally really love duplexes. A lot of people have been building apartment buildings or they've been building townhomes, but I love the concept of a duplex, and they're quite common here in my city. I live in Vancouver, Canada. I don't know how common they are in other parts of the world, but a duplex is just like 2 units per home, as opposed to townhomes have like 3, 4, 20 like homes in a row and they're all connected. A duplex only has 2 units. But what's really cool about a duplex is it can look like a normal single family home from the outside. So from the outside, it will just look like a nice, large home, but there'll actually be like 2 entrances. Sometimes they'll have one entrance in the front and one at the back. Sometimes they'll have one entrance at the top, one kind of closer to the bottom. Sometimes it will be like almost a mirror image and there's one entrance on the left, one on the right. Like, they're so versatile, but I really love the concept because it makes it look like you live in just like a normal big single family home, but there's 2 units. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. To me, the concept is just really fun. And if I were to possibly buy a home in the future, like if I want to start a family or something, I personally would look into a duplex potentially. So it's kind of like a townhouse, but just a little bit different. The other cool thing about duplexes is the layouts can be completely different. So oftentimes in a townhouse complex, all of the floor plans will basically be the exact same. Like, each one in a row will be pretty much the same floor plan, but with a duplex, the floor plans are super dynamic. So sometimes it can be split like top to bottom. It's not always split down the middle. In this case, I didn't split my duplex down the middle. So Unit A and Unit B have completely different floor plans, and I tried to differentiate them in this build based on the flooring. So I gave them both different wood floors just so you can kind of see which one I'm working on. So if you see this dark brown herringbone wood tile, I'm working on like this first unit, and then the other unit, I think I gave it like a dark brown or like a light brown wood, I'm pretty sure. So I will be putting this on the gallery, by the way, and of course I'm only using the base game and the new pack. So if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of packs and you're only going to be getting the For Rent expansion pack as your first pack, for example, you'll be able to download this just fine. So there are 2 options. You can either rent out one unit or the other unit and then let like NPCs fill the other unit, or you can own the entire thing and then personally rent out the other side. So you can be a 100% tenant, or you can be like a landlord person as well. So I think that's really cool. I like the idea of, living there and being a landlord and then having to like collect rent from a tenant who like lives next door, and then you can also like spy on your neighbors and stuff like that. I don't know, that feels very dramatic and fun. But if you can't afford to have this entire place at once, you can just be a tenant and rent out whichever one you want. But here you can see I am working on the interior of our first unit, and I'm using all of the new items from the new pack. So I tried my best to use every single item that I could from the new pack. If the pack offered the item, I automatically used it. For example, the toilets, I used the new squat toilets. Now, a lot of people have been saying like those are not like ideal, they're not very luxurious, they're just like not the vibe oftentimes, but because they're new and they're novel and we've never had those in the game before, I put them in this home here today. Obviously, if you don't like it, you can swap it out for whatever other toilet you want, not a big deal, but I just wanted to try and showcase all of the new items as best I could. So that new kitchen set, the new counters and cabinets, those are really pretty. They come in a lot of nice neutral wood swatches. There's a black swatch, a white swatch, this cool navy swatch as well. You can see when I do unit number 2 that I use completely different swatches in that unit. So I wanted this video to kind of just showcase 2 different ways you could use all of these new items, and I tried to make sure to use different color swatches throughout the build and not repeat anything. But here you can see I'm working on the living room. We got some really pretty new living room furniture. I believe we got 2 long couches. We also got some new rugs. This one has a really pretty pattern. We did get some end tables and also a coffee table. I believe I used those items in unit 2, and these cute like hanging lantern lights. I think those are so pretty. They come in some fun colors too, so I use them in the kids' bedrooms as well. I do wish that we got some more rugs. I will say this rug that I used here doesn't have too many swatches. I love the size, I love the patterns. I do just wish that we got, at least 2 rows of swatches. You guys know I have like a bone to pick with EA when it comes to swatches. I do have this feeling, and I don't know, you can fact check me, maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel like in the past we used to get a lot more swatches than we do now. Like in very early packs, I got the feeling that the swatches were like 2 to 3 rows long, whereas nowadays we'll have like 5, 6, if we're lucky, 7 swatches on an item, and I just feel like we need more, if an item is going to take up a spot in the catalog, especially because we have so many items, we have kits now, we have stuff packs are back, we have game packs, expansion packs, we have so many items and so many packs. So my catalog is a mess, okay? The catalog is a nightmare if you own all the packs. If an item is gonna take up a valuable spot in that catalog, it better have, a lot of swatches in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not letting this rug take up a whole spot only for it to have 3 or 4 swatches. Like, no, it has to have like 8 to 12. So, I don't know. I'm no game developer. I don't know how difficult it is to make different swatches. So, no offense. I know nothing. But it's just my opinion. I just feel like, yeah, it's the law of diminishing returns, As we get more items, because we have so many items already, as we get more items, each item hypothetically gives like less value, A new rug brings me relatively less value because we already have a lot of rugs. So if you're going to add a rug, it better be good. That's all I have to say. So I don't know. I'm not trying to I'm very grateful. I'm not being a hater. I'm very overwhelmed with the catalog, and that's like a reoccurring theme whenever I'm building in The Sims, is I feel like it brings out anger issues when I'm building. But anyways, I digress. Here you can see we're working on the kids' bedroom here. We unfortunately did not get any new kids' beds, which is, too bad. Too bad, I feel like we should have got a kid's bed, but, it's fine. The primary bedroom, however, that new canopy bed is chef's kiss. Probably one of my new favorite beds in the entire game, not gonna lie. It reminds me of the city living bed, but maybe a little bit better. So yeah, good job on that one. In fact, the entire bedroom set with the matching dresser and the matching armchairs and the end tables, it's all just really well done. I absolutely love it. I can see myself using these items in a ton of different builds, not just builds in Tomarang. I mean, you can see here I'm building in Willow Creek, and these items seem to be fitting in just fine. So really, really happy with that. I also love these new curtains. They're kind of fun. I don't know how often I'm going to use them, but they are really fun for kids' bedrooms, and I like how they have the matching curtain rod, so you can customize how long or short you want your curtains to be. So happy to see that The Sims is following that trend from now on with the curtains, instead of making preset curtains that don't fit on any window whatsoever. So Good job, The Sims. Here you can see I'm just doing a quick little bathroom. We did get basically a full bathroom set. We got a new shower, which is beautiful. It's a glass shower, which I love. It does look like the Jungle Adventure shower, but you know, different patterns, different swatches. And then we got a new sink vanity and again that squat potty that I was talking about. So yay, I really like when you can build a full room using basically only the new pack. I don't like it when you have to rely on other packs to like fill the gaps, if you know what I mean. So in this case, for example, this kitchen, it's relatively full, but we didn't get a new stove or a new fridge. So to me, that's a little bit, you know, too bad, because I like to be able to only use that one pack. I don't know if that's like unreasonable of me or not, but I feel like when it comes to an expansion pack, this is like the top dollar pack. You know, it's $50 in the US. I think it's like $60-$70 in Canada. I feel like you should get everything included, but you know, maybe not. I do like how we got a new dishwasher. I think that's really fun. We got a pressure cooker, which I'm really excited for. We got like some, you know, kitchen appliances, which is interesting. It's giving Home Chef Hustle 2.0. Like what? We got that kettle. I think we got another appliance too. I can't quite remember what it was. Yeah, we got the pressure cooker, the kettle. I'm pretty sure there's one more. I can't remember. But here you can see I'm using the blue and white swatch of those kitchen counters that I was talking about. It's giving very much a nautical vibe, almost like a cottage Hamptons vibe, which is kind of interesting, especially with the, not the shutters, the doors has that, kind of looks like a shutter. So for some reason, it's giving like Hampton's holiday home. So those are very versatile. I just wanted to showcase that swatch since I did use a warmer toned, more homey color scheme in the first unit here. So if you guys didn't realize, we are on to unit number 2. This is the unit that is more connected to the front door. So what appears to be the front door of the home is this unit right here. And then the first unit I did, it's kind of like you enter through the side door instead. And then the back area, like the porch, both units have equal access to the porch and both units have equal access to the backyard. So those spaces will be shared, and yeah, hopefully you like your neighbors, you know? Otherwise, you have to share that backyard with them, and if you don't like them, like that's gonna cause some drama. So maybe it will be better if you don't like them because it'll be more exciting. You can like go in the hot tub and like catch someone in a scandalous act or something. I don't know. I'm not the storyteller here, you guys are. But here you can see I just wanted to go for a bit of a darker color scheme in the living room. In this unit, I went for more of an open concept vibe. The kitchen is obviously more secluded, but everything else is just, you know, right in here. I wanted to put a nice big grand piano. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of the Asian influence of this pack. I just felt like, you know, you have to put that piano there. Even if it doesn't get used, it's going in there. I also went with more of the darker brown swatches here. You can see I used the new coffee table as well as the armchair. I do love how all of the swatches and the wood tones appear to match. I mean, I haven't tested every single one, but based on my initial impressions, they do match. I really love that armchair, by the way. I think it's so pretty with like the back. It's kind of like mesh. It's not mesh, it's not rattan. What is it called, that texture where it kind of has like holes in it? Is it rattan? I don't think so, but I think it's really pretty. I like how it ties in with the dresser. It also ties in with the dining chairs as well. But I think they did a really nice job at all of the items here. As you can see, you can build a full living room with this pack. So we didn't get like a fireplace or a TV stand or anything like that. So, you know, that might be a bit of a miss for you guys. But for me, I think it's fine. Fireplaces aren't something that I'm super, like, they're not a deal breaker for me, to be honest. It's always nice when you get a new fireplace, but for me, it's not a deal breaker. Maybe I'm biased though, because I like kitchens. So I feel like I'm always disappointed when we don't get like a full kitchen set. But when it comes to some things in the living room, I'm a little bit more lenient for whatever reason. But here you can see I just did a simple little bathroom, basically the same items as the first bathroom. I just went for a blue and white color scheme, again, to mix things up. And then here is the primary bedroom. The bedrooms in this unit are a little bit smaller, I will say. Like, this is supposed to be the primary bedroom, and it's pretty small. Like, I had to push the bed up against the wall. I could have arguably gone for not so bulky of a bed, but I really like this bed and I really wanted to use it. I went for some lighter colors here, some happier colors with this yellow bedspread. It ties in nicely with the dresser and also this beautiful patterned rug. And I feel like these furniture items do help to open up the space just a little bit more. So let me know what your thoughts are on the pack so far. Obviously, this wasn't an ideal build because I couldn't use the pack to its fullest in the new world and use all the new build assets. So it's kind of like, you know, I'm just kind of throwing this together and putting it in Willow Creek, but I do still think that the house is very functional and very pretty nonetheless. If you want to add some renovations to it and put some different decor in here and, you know, use other packs, I think it's very easy to do so. But regardless, I have a good blueprint here for you, a good shell, if you will, for you guys to download and put in your game, and hopefully this will fit nicely in one of your existing save files in Willow Creek or Newcrest, or I don't know, maybe even Windenburg as well. I feel like this could work pretty much anywhere. Maybe Brindleton Bay too, I don't know. It depends, but please do let me know what kind of videos you guys want to see with the new pack. Do you want me to do a build specifically in Tomarang? Or do you want me to just use the new for rent features and build townhouses and apartment buildings and duplexes and multi-family lots in all of the other worlds? Like, does it matter if I'm building specifically in Tomarang, or are we just hype for the feature? Let me know what you guys want me to build next. And also let me know if you guys bought the pack yet and what your favorite feature is. What are you most excited for? If you guys can't get the pack yet, you know, maybe you're trying to save money, especially with the holiday season coming up, no doubt The Sims is going to have a sale around Christmas time, maybe like Boxing Day or something. So definitely, you know, hold out for that 25, 30, 50% off sale, you guys. In the meantime, you can vicariously live through the YouTubers and we'll play the game for you guys. I know it's really hard because there's so much hype around the new pack, especially right now, and you feel the pressure to buy it right away. But just remember, there is no pressure. You know, make good financial decisions, look out for yourself, wait for a sale, and rely on us content creators to hopefully bring some great content for you guys. But with that being said, once again, let me know what kind of videos you want to see next, and comment down below if you made it to the end of the video. I don't do speed builds very often, so I need to know who my real ones are. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you guys like the video, and if you want to support my channel, smash that like button, body slam that thumbs up button, you know, nuclear bomb that thumbs up button, you know, whatever. Okay, this is unhinged now. I need to go. Yeah, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!